Happy Monday, everybody. Donnie Baker here, LPR Sound Foundation with you, as well as the owner of ES Audio Recording Studios in lovely Los Angeles, California. I have today, we're going to talk about voiceover recording as well as ADR recording. Now, ADR, as you know from last week, in case you missed last week, I'll post the video right here. You guys can go look at that. It was the introduction to our post-production month of May. May is our post-production month, and today we're going to start talking about voiceover recording and ADR recording. Now, ADR stands for Automated Dialogue Replacement. This means that you're going to be replacing some dialogue in a film or a television show or a commercial, whatever. Maybe the actor screwed up, maybe they said the wrong word, maybe there was some background noise and the director really liked the scene, but he wants to replace the dialogue. They bring them into a studio and replace the dialogue here. Now, voiceover is just simply your recording voice, which is what we do in studios anyway. Why not open it up, make a little extra money in your studio rather than just focusing on music? You can open up other income streams that maybe you didn't think about. So I'm going to show you some stuff. Specifically, I'm using Pro Tools, but this can go across the board. It doesn't really matter. Inputs are inputs and outputs are outputs. It's all the same. You know what I'm saying? So let's go over to Pro Tools. Let me show you some things. I'm going to show you around a little bit, show you what I did and why I made these templates the way that I have. I'm also going to make these templates available for you. If you hang out till after the little presentation, I'll give you the link that you need to go get these free templates. So if you're ready to go, let's head on over to the computer. What we have here is our VO. This is our voiceover template, which I'm going to share with you, by the way. So you're going to get this. I'll give you the link here in a little bit. Okay, so here's the template that I use for recording voiceover. Now, voiceover is not to picture. So it's basically recording the voice wild. And normally we just give it to the editor of the film, and the editor's going to chop it up, put it where he needs to on the movie or the television show or the commercial. So as you can see, I've got my VO mic coming in on channel 1, just coming out so we can hear it. And then I've got my different takes. See, I got take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4. If I need more takes, I can just duplicate those and, of course, relabel them. I do have my playlist open on my VO mic because I might want to move fast. And if I can just drop it down on, if there's a take that they haven't decided if they like it or not, I can just drop it down on a playlist and we can go through it later. Now the takes are labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. So take 4 would be, it's okay. Take 3 would be, oh, it's a little better. Take 2 is like, oh, there's an alternate. And take 1 is the take that the director might say, that's the one. Specifically, if you've got a director in the studio with you while you are recording the voiceover, which is normally the case. Normally, a director or producer is going to be here with you, and they might be on Zoom, and you might be sending the audio into Zoom, and they'll let you know, hey, that was a good one. Make that the number 1 take. So that's why I have it this way. And basically, it's just recording vocals. Basically, I mean, yeah, I do use a little light compression coming in just to keep the peaks off in case somebody screams or gets loud, or just to keep things consistent with the voice. But other than that, man, you just make it as clean as possible. You try to make it EQ'd nicely. Don't have a bunch of rumble, maybe from an air conditioner or the street noise if you're located near a street. It's just, you make it as clean as possible. And then there you go. And then, of course, I usually give all the takes to the director in case later he gets with the editor and then they go, you know what? That 4th take was actually quite good. I wish we had that one. So I give them all the audio is what I do. So let's move on to the ADR. I'll share with you how we do ADR. ADR is a little bit different from how we do voiceover, but it's very similar. So let's move over there. Okay, so here is an ADR session. Now, this is not the template that you're going to get. The template you're going to get doesn't have video. It doesn't have the actors' names on the folders, and et cetera, et cetera. It just says actor 1, actor 2. So this is a film that was, this is a scene from a film that maybe they forgot to turn on the audio. There's no audio in this whatsoever. We're gonna actually use this same picture throughout post-production month. We're gonna add music, we're gonna add sound effects, we're gonna add Foley, we're gonna do a little mix. There's gonna be a lot going on. So right now there's no dialogue. There is zero sound on this picture. ADR back in the day when there was only film before digital, it was called looping, because what they would do is they would take a piece of film that they had to redo the dialogue on, and they would make a loop out of it, and they would just play that piece of film over and over and over while the actor got into the rhythm of saying the words as their mouth was moving. Does that make sense? So what we have now, we have these tones. Let me play these tones for you real quick. So what these tones do is it gets the actor into the rhythm. You put the tones right before the line starts. So it's beep, 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 talk. Beep, 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 talk. And this gets the actor into a rhythm of noticing when and where their dialogue should start and when they should start acting the line. So what's going to happen is that the director or the editor is going to give you a cue sheet, which is what I put into the memory locations over here. If you can see on this side, this is the cue sheet. You can see I've got the two actors are Karen and Mark. So I've got a folder for Mark and I've got a folder for Karen. Inside Mark's folder, for instance, let's look at that. This is the picture. We're going to look at that in a minute. We will get rid of that for right now. So you can see that there's usually two microphones, a shotgun mic or any kind of mic would do, really. I like to use a similar mic to what the boom operator might have used, which is I do use a Sennheiser MKH 416, which is a general boom type shotgun mic. And then a lav. I usually put a lav on the actor in the studio as well. I'm trying to match what should have been on the film throughout the film or throughout the commercial, throughout the TV show. So I do two. They are grouped, as you can see. They're grouped together, so when I do one, the other one happens. So what happens is I've also got takes. Just like we had in the VO, I've got take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4, and they are also grouped, as you can see here as I mute and solo them. They are also, so what happens is I might record something here, and then when I get done with the take, I drop it down here. Now, normally, again, the director or the producer is going to be in the room with us, and they're going to say, oh, that was a really good one. I like that. That's going to be my number one take. If they say, oh, that's an alt take, let's use that one as an alt, I will put it down here on take 2. And then take 3 and take 4 are just extra takes in case they want to pull from those later. So this is just helping me stay a little bit more organized and keeping things, trying to keep things clean and quick on my part as well. From the sheet that they gave me, which is called a cue sheet, I have set up markers. Now, if we go to a marker, you can see, let's go to Mark's first marker. You can see if we bring up the marker that this is the line. The cue sheet's gonna have the line, the actor's gonna have the cue sheet in the room. So once I get there, sometimes they actually even put the line on the screen as in the form of text so that the actor can see it on the screen. Now, maybe I forgot to say, but there's not only this playing in here for me, but I've also got a monitor in the studio for the actor to see. And sometimes they'll put, like, there's this text here on the screen, which is the time code, and sometimes they'll put the line as text on the screen. So what I can do quickly is go from point A to point B to point, just moving around the markers as I need to. So when I go to, let's say I go to Karen's first marker, the line is she's just singing, which is fun. So what we do there is we need the tones to be on the very end of the tone needs to be on the very front of the first part of the thing. So if we go to that marker, you'll see in our picture that Karen is singing. Let me play it. Karen is actually singing. See, she's singing along. So we're gonna need to hear that. We don't really see her lips moving, so it's not crucial that we get it in sync, but it should be in sync to the music. You can see that we're gonna talk about this later too. Her hands are bouncing on the bar there, so they need to be in time with the music. It would be really weird if, the music was like on 1 and 3 and she was on 2 and 4 kind of vibe. So again, musical. So you guys are used to that. So if we go to that marker, if we literally go to that marker and we can drop that on there, and I think the control is Control Command Click, and it drops the end of the region of the tones to the marker. So what we can do is play it, and then she's saying something. What's she saying? All right, so what is the line she's supposed to say there? It doesn't say. It should say. Let me go there. It's she's singing, and then there's her next line is here. Oh, this is the line that we're actually on. Do you like this song? She says, do you like this song? So she's talking to Mark, right? And she says, beep, beep, beep. Do you like this song? So that's the way it's going to have to roll. See how this works? And then Mark comes in and he says something. He says, what does Mark say on this one? Mark's line is, if I'm totally honest, I hate it. So you can see that he kind of says that. Well, let's drop our tones to the end of our tones to the front of right where he's going to do that. So we can click Control, click, and it goes right there. And if we play it, it says beep, beep, beep. If I'm totally honest, I hate it. So you can see his lips kind of move that. So he needs to be in sync with that. And that's why we have the tones there, so that it can, so he can keep in sync with how his lips are moving. And it does take a little bit of time to get into that rhythm of Mark. It takes a little bit of time of Mark to get into that rhythm of doing this and trying to sync it in time. You know, the best ADR sessions are usually from people who have not done a lot of ADR sessions, because they come in without preconceived ideas of how bad it's going to be and how hard it's going to be. ADR is a little more difficult for the actor, and it does take a rhythm to get into it. But I mean, you know, professional actors are really good at it, and they can come in and get out, and they do it. We've done an entire film in a day. You know, not to this extent. This scene that we have here has no audio on it. So I have done films like this, but not that many. I've only done a couple where one time actually it was a bar scene, and the sound guy basically forgot to turn on the recording device, so there was zero sound on the whole project, and we had to recreate it from that. But it can happen, and you can do it, and this is what it takes. This is a simple it's a simple way to get this done. There is also another there's an app that maybe I'll share another app with you, which is it helps. It'll help organize your cue sheets into memory locations so that it's quick and easy to get to what you need to get to on the entire film. So hopefully this gives you something else to think about that you can bring into your studio to help just increase your income streams, man. Gives you something else to do. You've already got the tools, might as well utilize them, you know what I'm saying? So the Pete Gates thing that I shared with you a little bit earlier, I'll put another link of that here. That's 100% free. Pete Gates is a guy like us who just makes apps that makes our lives easier. He's got the Pro Tools Prefs Trasher. That's hard to say. The Pro Tools Preference Trasher. Sometimes the preferences get stuck. We got to go delete them, rebuild them, that kind of thing. He makes an app for that. That actually, that app allows you to export and restore. Once you get your preferences the way that you like it, you can save a setting of that, and then if things get screwy and you got to go dump your prefs, you can dump your prefs and then restore from your saved preferences. This is an amazing product. But the Pro Tools session that he does for ADR is really helpful in taking the cue sheets and putting it in memory location for you. Real simple. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. Hopefully you're gonna go forth and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple of things I want to share with you. The templates. The templates are right here, man. Go to learnprorecording.com/ADR. That's going to get you these two templates that are set up and ready to go. You know, I know you guys love templates, so there you go. Hopefully these help out. Just let me know. Shoot me an email if you got any questions, comments, concerns. info@learnprorecording.com. I'm here for you. Leave a comment down on the YouTube video here. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, leave me a comment. If you're listening to me as a podcast, leave a comment on your favorite podcast device that you're listening to me on. So go forth, have a wonderful week. I want to hear from you, man. I want you to tell me how these things are helping out, and if it's exciting for you. If you got any ideas about stuff that you need me to talk about, please leave a comment down below YouTube. While you're down there, make sure you click that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you click it for me, and leave a comment. Let me know if there's something that I can help you out with. I'm always here. So I want you to go forth and have a wonderful week. This week's kicking off great so far, man. We're in Southern California. The weather's getting nice and, time to get outside and get some sunshine and just enjoy what we got. Be grateful for what we have and what we have the ability to go do. And I mean, come on, look what we do for a living. I mean, geez, come on, man. Just be happy. So, hey, get out of here. I'll talk to you next time. The blog post on Wednesday, the live. Don't forget about the live Thursday thing, man. That thing's kicking up. 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every Thursday. I'm live. I'm here answering your questions, just hanging out with you for a little bit. Thursday morning live, every Thursday morning, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come hang out. Get on my list and you'll get the link, or just show up on YouTube. It's usually on YouTube. So come on over and just hang out with us. So if you're subscribed, you'll get a notice. See, that's why it's important to subscribe on the YouTube. So go have a good week. We'll talk to you next time. Donnie B, I am out.